Hey guys, what's going on? FYMyPawn here, and welcome back to Sky Factory 4. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we managed to procure ourselves a mob spawner, well, a quote-unquote mob spawner, that requires essence in order to be powered, but in turn, it will allow us to summon infinite amounts of a certain mob, which we will then use to collect mob drops, which in turn will just naturally sort and filter and all that sort of jazz. But I digress. We've managed to make that. In addition, we've managed to connect more networks to our system. We've managed to connect a bunch more things. And yeah, for this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be increasing our power yield from our farm. And hopefully, by the end of this stream, we will have a sufficient power supply needed to carry all the things that we need. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into things and see what happens. Now, I guess I did forget, but we are also gonna, we're gonna basically try and connect everything together, and we're just gonna see if we can increase the power threshold even more and make sure we have enough battery supply for any project that we need. So that is why I'm making an excess of necessary materials needed to house said power banks. Alright, so it looks a little dingy in the quality. I apologize for that, but that's just what I get for 1920 1080p, but I hope this is enjoyable all the same. Yeah, it feels a little small, but whatever. We should be good to go. Alright. So, first order of business that we should be addressing. So, right now, we currently only have 2 dense energy cells. I'd like to increase that to at least 4. In addition to that, I'd like to increase our amount of energy cubes that we get here, because it is going to act as our base power supply. And it seems like, as of currently, we are using up enough energy for 1 of the 3. So we could probably get away with using more energy at this point. So I'd like to do that before I, expend any further energy on biofuel. So that is going to be our goal today. We're going to increase the amount of power we can store in these dense energy cells just to keep the system running. Thankfully, the basic energy cell is doing work, so that's good. And I do believe this power supply is going to be powering all these. Yeah, no, these have all been powered. They just aren't connected to anything to actually generate the materials we need. Well, bring it into the system, I should say. Thus, I will be dealing with that in a bit, but for now, I'll leave that alone. Thankfully, that is fully powered and operational, so we are going to get plenty of ore as a result of this, so that is a good thing. But for now, though, let's start by Oh, we've already reconnected this, haven't we? Hold on. Have we? Okay, so we've reconnected the entire network here. We are going to need to connect this network up, which we already have, thankfully. So we are not in a rush to deal with that. I should definitely deal with the popped chorus fruit, so I am going to make an effort to use some storage buses, use some blue cable, and get all of this set up. So we're just going to quickly partition changes here. Alright, that is now connected into the system. That way the items are probably going to go into here, I hope. But we'll have to see. Anyways, let's see, what else is there? There's plenty of other stuff that we can do, but for now, we just need to store specific heads here. And then anything excess we will want to get rid of, but all that in due time. So for now, what we're going to do is we are going to get a bunch of these storage buses connected. There we go. That is pumpkin sorted. We are going to need one for fish of varieties. I'm actually going to remove this fish barrel And I'd actually like to move it over down here, with the aim that I'm going to be using a lot of barrels here in order to supply everything. But for now, we should be fine. Okay. This is not going to be a permanent source, so we want to put the aquamarine in on its own, preferably. Okay, those are fine. Apples we could do with putting in, if only for the fact that we can extract the apples from what we've got in our current inventory and ditch out any excess we have. So if we need apple, we just basically get rid of the apple overflow. Mineral berries and mineral chunks should go in here. Like so. Put the cable on like so. Alright, we got a bunch of saplings that we are going to want to organize here, as is expected of the topmost row. Okay. We just quickly... Oh. Get those, get this, we've already got that, got this. I will need more in the form of storage buses, but we should be fine for now. I do believe I got everything here. Yep. There we go. Good. So now I just connect these up on the topmost row. I've ran out, that's fine. We can easily get some dye. Or lapis. And I do believe it's just 2 of these and the covered cable. Here we go. 16 more cable, just in case we need it. Alright, there we go. That's a bunch more connectors used up. It's going to use up a lot more energy, I predict. But I think we should be fine, considering how well our power supply has been managing thus far. So we shouldn't need to worry. From there, we've got the mineral, we got the mineral chunks. I think it's high time we add the slime back into the ring. I've got bowls, which are probably going to be going over to the bottom side here, because that is a fishable object, I do believe. There we go. Gonna take out these energy cables, because we don't need them in a barrel. We'll take that barrel for free use later. Now we got these bits here, so we're gonna quickly organize those by putting in some storage buses. Okay. There we go. Done. Oh, whoops. Well, there goes that. But that's fine. We can easily do this. And now we just got to place all these blue cables in. There we go. Nice. Those are all connected now. We are probably going to need to get the mineral chunks a trash or avoid overflow. Prevent it from going overboard. Okay. I think we are golden for now. Yeah, everything seems to be in order. Perfect. The only other things I need to really do is just sort out the rest. I'm missing out on 2, but I think those are already sorted in the first place, so no big deal. Alright. Infinity booster packs have already been set. Should be getting more mob drop stuff, but let's see what we get. Okay, bowls are definitely going to go in here. As is fish, because I do believe we want to start connecting the certain mob drops here. Or rather, not the mob drops, but I will be setting up the fish loot to a degree. Alright, so we got fish. What else have we got in here? We've got salmon, we've got clownfish, we've got pufferfish. We're probably going to ditch items with durability. We got rotten flesh, we've already got that sorted. Name tags are nice. Tripwire hooks. We'll sort out the other things first. Okay. Toss into salmon. Toss into clownfish. Toss into puffers. Alright. Storage bus has been put down. There we go. And with that, we just put in the void overflow here for all. I'm going to need to make more void overflow. Here we go. We are just going to need fancy item frames, which I'm going to need more gold nuggets for, which shouldn't be too hard to make. Okay, what other items are currently overflowing in our systems here? Let's see. I would assume heads are the go-to, right? Alright, so Enderman head is gotta go. We'll get rid of the chisel head for now. Okay. Not sure what I'm going to do with those, but I will probably use them at some point. For now, though, let's do 7. There we go. Put a void overflow here, here. Yeah, we've got to get rid of some certain things here. Hold on. So we are going to need the... Let's see. We're going to get these trash voids here, because this is going to be necessary for the system, I believe. Alright. So, to start with, we are going to want a... I guess we could have the trash voids here. There's no harm in it, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, let's put one here. One here. One here. And one here. I might as well, right? Accepts and deletes items, always on. Accepts and deletes fluids. We're going to ignore fluids specifically because we just want this to delete items per se. Okay, we are going to get an export bus here. And we're going to need expansion cards, aren't we? To specify certain things. That. Okay, export buses have been set. I'm going to need 8 cards of deposit upgrade, I believe. Okay, we need cards, so... Okay, here we go. We need capacity cards, I believe. Alright, 8 capacity cards have been made. 8 capacity cards have been constructed. Okay, that's almost all of them. There we go. And done. Okay. Export buses are basically done. Now I need to set things up so I ditch anything I don't need specifically. So let's see. We need to get rid of legendary parts, I'm going to say. So we'll start with these. Although, then again, I could always sort the legendary parts into something of a chest or sort. And just have them in specific orders, because I might be able to get a... I'm always going to get a different one every time, aren't I? Do I really want to do that, though? Well, let's try and ditch just one. Let's see how that fares. We're gonna start with the legendary android leg. Okay. Is that gonna delete all of them? No. Okay. So that's like a very obscure thing. So how do we specify all of them? That's the question, huh? We could get rid of spider heads. They're pretty useless. So we're going to go for that. We're going to go for enderman heads to get rid of. So we'll get rid of enderman heads. We'll get rid of spider heads. There we go. What else? We could get rid of, seems like we got 2 sets of android heads, apparently. Not sure where we're gonna go with that. But I would presume... Yeah, we got 2 types of android head, don't we? But thankfully we got them in storage, so... no harm, no foul. We've got titanium spines. Which I think we could store, but I'm still not sure how I'm gonna deal with, certain items. Give me a second to quickly check up on Google. Maybe I can find something there. In meantime, we're going to ditch all the simply storage stuff. Because we know we're not going to be using that. We can get rid of the raw chicken. Because I don't see us using that often. Paper we'll keep. As is the iron ingots. Simply storage. Can all go. Oh, what else do I not need? I think we should be fine for now. But I could certainly use something to help here. Hold on. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of the excess. I mean, I could just spam memory cards and have enough that it's not going to matter. But yeah, no. Any of these torsos or legs or anything are pretty useless. As is with any of the player heads. Although, I suppose I could use the player heads. But honestly, I think I'm going to ditch them. So I'm just going to get all these heads here. And I'm going to organize them to be ditched. If I'm going to be using heads, I might as well use the mop head versions, I think. So we're just going to trash everything that is a head version of things. There we go. That'll go away. Henceforth. There we go. Alright. Phaser rifles are going to be going and taking a single slot, so I guess that's fine. Alright, I think inventory should be good for now, until I've added some more things. Oh, right. Leaves. That is also going to be a problem, so I'm going to probably sort those out. So, let's see. We need 9 sorts of types that we are going to introduce into the system. So we need to decide on that before we move on. Move the torches there. Minerals can go there. We don't need the stone right now, so I'll put that away. Okay, let's start with leaves. We're gonna go for a stack of these, and... Alright, mineral, slimy... Just move some other stuff. We don't need this chisel head anymore, so we'll ditch that. Cancel that recipe. But yeah, slimy leaves, mineral leaves, birch leaves, apple leaves, oak, acacia, dark oak, spruce, and then slimy. Let's go for those because they are the biggest ones in. There we go. So purple slime is decor here. Gonna take one of those, take a copper, silver, cottonwood, iron, sand, glowstone, netherrack, and dirt. There we go. That is gonna go into here. Nice, that is another set of 9 leaves destroyed. Or set up to be destroyed, rather. I'll leave those 2 alone because I'm going to be setting them for other objects, but we are going to need more trash bins, it seems. So I will be getting those. Alright, applied... No. We need to make more trash voids here. We just need more iron nuggets. There we go. I'll be making 2 more in the occasion. I might need more, but for now, this should be fine enough. Because I will be building it much like so. Oh, not like that. There we go. Okay, I am going to need 4 more networks worth of cards. So 4 of those. Not crafting busts, but a capacity card. There we go. Put those in there, put those in there, there we go. In the meantime, I'm going to set up the others. Alright, nickel, lead, osmium, coal, gravel, clay, and tin. There we go. Put those away. Alright, quartz, lapis, bone. I guess those are the only ones that haven't been siphoned yet. Yeah, so quartz, lapis, and bone have not yet been siphoned. These have been siphoned, so that should be 9, 18, 27, 30 worth of saplings, so... So I'm missing 4 more out of this lot, basically, that aren't currently being siphoned. Let's see. What have we got here? We've got acacia, apple, dark oak, mineral, slimy birch. Well, worst case, we just have an excess of a certain one, but for now we should be fine. Because this is going to just constantly siphon those out and keep our system clean. Or cleaner, I should say. So that is going to help our system significantly with the excess of a certain object. So that's nice. Alright, I think we are good to go to just start connecting certain things. So we are going to connect the cobblestone generator back. We are going to need to connect up the obsidian, which is another thing. So I guess I'll start with the obsidian, then I will go over to the... I will go over to the other machine. So for now, what we need to do here is... Oh. Okay, so for now, what we need to do is we just need an exporter, don't we? We've already got the import of lava. We need an import of sticks, and then we need an export of obsidian. Okay, that can easily be done. So an export, and we need an import. There we go. We will go all the way down to here. There we go. Okay, we then put in sticks as the import, and we take out half the stack of obsidian for now. Import is going to be obsidian. There we go. There we go. Sticks are going to go in slowly but surely. And there we go. We get the import of obsidian going. There we go. Nice. Okay. A bunch of sticks are going to go in, and a lot of obsidian is going to go out. And this should work in our network now. There we go. Alright, solidifier is basically set up. No need to really change what we've done there. We can now go over to here and get the import for cobblestone. Okay, it's over here. Alright, import. We want to... Okay, import of cobblestone, there we go. Get the cable connected, like so. Alright, there we go. Put away the cobblestone. Now we've got an infinite surplus of cobblestone returning back to us. Nice. And thankfully we got an infinite surplus of it, so that's good. I think we are slowly getting back into things with how the network is supposed to run. So that's good. Now let's see. How's our power network? It's so far holding out thanks to many of our machines just working overtime. So that's good. Using up a lot of biofuel, but that's perfectly fine. As long as we have excess energy, we will survive, if not thrive. As for this, I do believe the intent was to... Yeah, the intent was to import things on the side, and then... Well, no, export things on the side, and then import them in the bottom. So we will do that. Right, so imports, exports, go on the sides here. There we go. Okay, I will put that there. And I will quickly do the same for here. There we go. And I guess to save ourselves some trouble, I might just readjust the cabling to go a little bit differently. Just so the fluix cable looks nice and tidy, at the very least. Alright. Yeah, no, the inventory is doing a lot better now that the leaves are gone, because those were taking up the majority, I believe. Yeah, no, they're funneling out like crazy, which is good. That's exactly what we want to see. Alright. Cabling. Let's get that. Okay, we're going to want the energy cable here. And in our thing, we want to take out the storage cable because we no longer need those. We don't need the storage cable nor the storage links. We just need the cyclic stuff more than anything. Anything of simply storage we can get rid of, as far as I'm concerned. Worst case, we can always make more, but I shouldn't need anything of the cyclic nature. Well, not the cyclic, but the... I shouldn't need anything of the other version anymore. Okay, we are going to wire the cable like so. So that way we can break this line here. Because I do want to let it go via the side here instead. So that way I can get the cable set up for here. But anyways, for now, we will get the cable going down. All the way. Nice. Okay, so first we are going to want to, export cobblestone, and it'll turn into gravel. Okay. We will take a stack of cobblestone. We will take a stack of gravel. And we will take a stack of sand. Boom. Okay. Cobblestone goes in. Gravel comes out. Alright, gravel goes in. For this one, it's on this side. Alright, we put in gravel. Sand comes out at the bottom. because it's technically already sorted in, we got this already set up because we don't need to put on a filter. But I will still put gravel and sand as the filter just in case something somehow goes wrong, which I highly doubt it. But I digress. With that, that is the gravel setup. I could probably do it again if need be, but I shouldn't need to. Not unless, of course, I'm planning on making a infinite gravel farm. I'm more liable to use sand than I am gravel, but I digress. I suppose what I could do is just make this slightly faster, which is what I'm probably actually going to do. So I'm going to need a speed upgrade. Okay, speed, or that is not going to work. There we go, mechanism speed upgrade. We lack osmium dust and enriched alloys. I do believe I was creating enriched alloys over here. There we go. Okay. So we just need osmium dust. So I will take half a stack here. And I'm going to need to find a crusher, if I don't already have one. I mean, worst case, I've got these, don't I? Allergic infusers. Here's the crushers. Take those. We are going to crush these. And we'll just let that go. We just need... We should only need one, really. But I'll make 2, why not? Let's see if I can't increase the efficiency a little bit faster. Okay. Boom. 2 upgrades. Now, if we take this speed upgrade over to here... Alright, it's 133% faster. Now it should be, yep, nearly 2% faster. There we go. That is arguably going to be faster, but it's going to get us more gravel. And given both our voids, just in case, we should be fine. Yep. It's just going to produce us more gravel in turn. It's still going to produce a lot more sand because this is still going to move at normal pace. But I digress. We're going to get plenty of what we need, which is the important part. Okay. Now we've got the fishing problem here. I am perfectly fine with letting the fisher run its course, but it's the random items that we have to worry about. So things like leather boots, fishing poles, that sort of thing is going to be a problem. So I need to figure out what can be a functional means of combating this problem. Alright, hold on. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna look up Google, see if I can't find out what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, yeah, no. I guess there is no specific way to filter, like, very specific items. However, in this circumstance, the only solution that I can really think of that doesn't result in us losing an absolute ton of space in our inventory or our space is really just to increase the amount of ME drives we have. That's the only way I can see us getting rid of most things. The alternative method is quite literally figuring out another method, but I digress. Name tags and tripwire hooks seem to be another thing that we can add to our list of droppables here. So I will set those up. Get rid of the import buses, because this is not for those. Storage buses are. Okay, we don't have those set up because we haven't actually put them in. Put that in. Put this in. I guess we can go for void upgrades here. Might as well. Okay, tripwire hooks are set. As is name tags, we're going to need even more cable. Okay. So for this, we're going to need to make more glass cable here. There we go. We're going to need to make some more wool for the ME covered cable. I've made 32. There we go, 64. Alright, let's get some lapis. There we go. Is that... what does that sound? Oh, it's probably the music. I'm not sure. No, wait. It's probably the music. I'm probably just hearing things. I thought I was hearing something weird in the background. Like, I don't know. Something was going on in my ear. I don't know. It's probably just the music, if I'm being honest with you. Alright, anyways. Despite all that, we can now connect this into the network, the Fisher, without too much hassle, I do believe. There we go. And if we run into some fishing items that are excessive, or better yet, we do need to filter them, we will. But for now, we should be fine. Alright, let's turn this on. We're gonna start filtering out everything. There we go. And if we do happen to run into something certain, like these boots, for example, then we're good. There we go. So if we do run into a circumstance where we need to use the filter to get rid of certain things like boots, then we will. Or I will have to get rid of them manually. But for now, we should be fine. As far as I'm concerned, anyways. Head. So far, Android head are the only ones in play, so that's good. I am going to need more stuff, but that's fine. Kind of expected that I'm going to need to do this much. Now, we've got osmium dust in bulk. We've got the enriched alloys in bulk. Still not going to be enough for our purposes. I'm going to have to automate those, but that is perfectly fine. Our energy is looking a bit scuffed, but that's thanks... oh, yeah. We're running on fumes for 2 machines now, which is kind of surprising. If not for the power supply I've got currently, this would probably be impossible, but I digress. Now I've got a lot of connections to handle on this end, which is going to be a chore and a half. But hey, this is just how it goes. You know, I should probably put a light on this drum, just in case. But at least blazes are spawning as intended, and in fact, what I can do... Place you there. There we go. This should cause the mobs to spawn excessively quick. At least I think, anyways. Oh, we should probably get rid of some of the populace here, actually. Get rid of you, get rid of you. I should only need 4 of any type of mob here. Okay. We've got 4 pigs, 4 chickens, 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so basically get rid of these 5. Okay, and that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 gone. There we go. 4 chickens, 4 pigs, 4 cows. We are going to need 4 sheep, but that is perfectly fine. And should we ever need to farm wool, we will be able to handle it. And I think, honestly, that might be a good idea for the future, but for now, we should be fine. Alright. Place that torch there. Resourceful furnace gets us some of that material. That's nice. We don't actually need the metallurgic infuser anymore here, because we do technically have one over here instead that we could be using, which I am going to be using probably. Alright, now to connect everything together. Let's see. So we want crushed quartz on the top, silicon as the export. So, no, not silicon on the top. We want crushed quartz on the top. And we are going to get a charcoal ready for this. Charcoal goes in the side for the same. Okay, crushed quartz. There we go. Charcoal on the side. And at the bottom, we are going to extract silicon. As intended. We don't need to do too excessive of a design here. We just need those 3 buses set. There we go. And all 3 can now be set up via a cable. There we are. Do the same thing here. Connect this to the side, to here, up to here, 1 up. There we go. 1 to the side. There we go. That is the first set of machines set. Okay, now for these. Now let's recall. These are printed silicon, obviously. We want the export to be the printed silicon itself. So for this... yeah, that's going to require a certain thing, but yes, we need to take the printed silicon here. I'm going to take half a stack here. Alright, printed silicon goes there. We want silicon to go inside this frame. I do believe it is the same exact thing for this one here. Yep, import silicon. Export of printed silicon. Same for here, printed silicon on the front. Export of export of silicon, import of silicon bus, or the silicon thing. On the bottom here, we want to connect the printed silicon. We want redstone and then a engineering circuit. So we take this. Okay, we're gonna need What one is this? This is... Okay, so this is gold. We're going to need some redstone just to sort this out. But we should be fine. Okay, so I'll put the metallurgic infuser away. I'm going to take half a stack of redstone. I'm going to take half a stack of diamond. And I think the other was nether quartz, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, calculation press. Yeah, that requires pure nether quartz. So, I won't be able to actually get the pure nether quartz unless I make more. So, I need to get the nether quartz seeds here. I'll make 24 because I can. And aside from one, I'm going to just toss all these ones in, because I'd like to automate the crystal growth chamber, if I can. So what I'm probably going to do is, if I hit an X amount of limit in my storage, then I will go and... Well, yeah, no, if I hit X, then I can get Y, is what I'm thinking we do. Let's put you there, put the eggs away, crushed. Quartz is already done, as is the charcoal, I think. Ah, we're finally getting things we don't need, so let's mark these boots as something we're probably going to be ditching. And we should be able to get rid of all boot types, which doesn't seem to be the case, which sucks. Okay. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get rid of all these boot types as well. Well, I guess I could figure out a way to mend them, but whatever. For now, they should be fine. Mind you, I'm probably going to delete them anyway if I were to do that, so... Alright, these I've already sorted. Okay, this goes in here. Here, nether quartz, there we go. And out comes... Well, I guess I'll put one in here for now, so that way I can set up the material needed. Printed calculation press, there we go. Then we put this on... What was it? What was the design? It was redstone in the middle. So get the redstone, we put that in the middle. On the top, we want the printed calculation circuits. The bottom, we get the printed silicon. And out comes the calculation processor, which we just place there. There we go. For this one, it's basically the gold version. We've got the diamond version here. So we get the diamond here, or the printed diamond circuit there. This one is going to need diamonds for it. So put the diamond there. Get for a diamond circuit. Alright, in the middle we want redstone here, I believe. Yep. And on the bottom, silicon, much like before. Which we've already put in. Perfect. Is it the same for here? Printed silicon. We've put in the redstone. There we go. We now need gold, or at least the gold variant. Okay, let's get some gold. Half a stack should do it. Okay, so we put in the gold. Put one in so it can process. Before we do go and grab that, we are going to want to put some stuff away, because my inventory is chock full of stuff. Okay, I think that will do for now. Okay, we take out the printed logic circuit, we put that here, put that printed logic circuit on top here, and that should be the machine setup, basically. Alright, let's put everything away that we've managed to collect. There we go. And now we've just got to set up everything else, I do believe. Which is the chore here. But once we're done this, we can continue on whatever other projects we want, because this is basically the... This is just basically the hardest of the lot that we have to accomplish. In here, we have to put in... Yeah, we have to put in redstone, and we have to put in... How do you get fluid crystal again? I think it's like lapis. Let's see. Fluix crystal. Oh no, it's mineral chunks. Okay. So let's get let's get redstone. Let's get some mineral chunks. Okay. Half a stack of redstone. Half a stack of mineral chunks. And we'll sort these out. Okay. Input is red. So we want crystallized mineral chunks on the top of these machines here. Oh, okay, that's something. Alright, whatever. On the front, we got the infuse. So, infuse is going to require redstone here. There we go. Now I've got the crusher, which requires lapis. So we are just going to put lapis through the ringers here. There we go. We then take 32 from there. And we want to export the crushed lapis out. For this, we want to extract specifically the fluix crystal. There we go. Move over to here. Alright, crushed quartz there. For this one, it's fluix crystal. And for these two on the center here, I do believe the import for the crusher here is fluix crystal itself. And then we want the export to be its dusty counterpart. So, I just put the fluix dust away here. Well, once I've gotten everything there. Nice. Now we just gotta cable everything up. I will start with the cable here. Alright, I'm almost done then. I just need even more cable than I originally had thought. So, yeah. Alright. Alright, let's see. We need the normal cable here. We are lacking this. Okay. Put in the 2 stacks of white wool. Now we make the covered cable. Alright, there we go. A stack of 64. That should help potentially finish this. At least I'm hoping. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the cable up here specifically. We're going to cut this fluids cable here. And then we are going to go all the way down here. Vein mine this. There we go. Get ourselves some extra cable to work with. And we need only branch it out from this area. And of course, we can branch out a little bit over here as well. So we're basically going to have 3-way branch going. Should be fine. Oh no. Wait. Hold on. What? Huh? Huh? Hold the phone. Did my things get deleted? Seriously? Ah, that's a pain. That's a real pain. Oh, nah. That's not okay. That's just deleted all my work, didn't it? Seems these autosaves accidentally get rid of any progress you've done, which is a real bummer. I mean, I can make it work, but good golly. Okay, no, we don't want that there. That's an import into the system. So we want the engineering processor to be here. And this is the printed engineering circuit, which goes there. Got diamonds going through here. We got silicone through there. We need redstone going through there. Okay. Get some redstone. Okay, redstone in the middle. That's on top. This is on bottom. Perfect. Do this. Yeah, we're just going to do that. And I guess I'll do this as well. Just so it's realigned aligned properly, I should say. There we go. That's that system organized and ready to go. One more. I'll do the same thing here. There we go. And I guess worst case, I could always just, either I connect it this way, or I connect it via a cable here to boot. So, I've got options, to say the least. Okay, well, I'm going to have to redo this entire setup here, because that's going to be annoying, but it needs to be done. Okay, so export into top. Export into top and side here. Export on the top here and here. One on the top and side. Top and top. We are going to want import buses on the front sides of each of these. Already got the export for gold and silicon here, so that's good. Now we just need the export here for redstone. We need one on the top for the gold mechanism. Give me a second. Okay, we need this. And I guess we're gonna need one printed silicon. There we go. So, printed logic. And then we need an export on the bottom for the silicon. Alright, there we go. Oh, and right, the export. It was the logic processors themselves. So we put that there. Put those right there. I can't do it the normal way as intended, but that's fine. Okay, we are going to need Fluix Crystal now. There we go, Fluix Crystal. Okay, Fluix Crystal on top of these crushers here. That is going to produce Fluix Dust, which we import into the system. Okay, Fluix Dust goes into the system as expected. Okay, we are putting those in. Okay. Now let's see. It was top 4 inputs. So we wanted yeah, we wanted something specific, didn't we? I know what it is. It was the mineral chunks, I believe. Okay, I will take a half stack there of mineral. Okay, mineral chunk there. Mineral chunk there. There we go. We are going to need redstone on the input here because that's going to act as essentially the fuel for the mineral to turn into their Fluix counterparts. I'll do that and this. For the crusher, I just need to put in nether quartz on the top. Pretty self-explanatory. There we go. Put those right down. There we go. Now on the bottom, we want imports, I do believe. Alright, we got these imports set up already. Alright, the export here is going to be obviously the Fluix crystal. There we go. And for this, it's going to be the crushed quartz. There we go. Do the same for here. Okay, crushed quartz of variety. Then we take to the cable like so. Alright, there we go. It took a bit of wiring, but we managed to get it in the end, and I think this covers the majority of what we're trying to do here. Now, for the crystal growth chamber itself, we are going to need to do something specific with that as well. So what we're going to do is we are going to take this energy acceptor, obviously. And I guess what we'll do is we will first get rid of this cable here a little bit. Okay, we are going to get the energy acceptor. Let's place it over here. Then we will place the crystal growth chamber down here specifically. And what we'll do is we'll get an export bus going through here. And we want to put in the... We automatically want to put in the seeds, I do believe. So we're going to take the nether quartz seed. And this is going to be our import here. So any nether quartz seeds we get, we just convert them out into pure nether quartz, which we will then use probably in other things. But for now, let's just stow everything we don't need away. Because I think I got everything for the most part. So let's take this pure nether quartz here. There we go. Alright, so the export set, the import is now going in. There we go. Import of pure quartz. And I'll just put this here. There we go. And that should... Yep. Now I just need more cable, and I can set most of this machine up. But I do need to set some conditions for these machines. Else I'm just going to fill up my inventory way too full in an odd and obscure way, which I don't want. Okay. Let's get the more cable. We are going to need more Fluix here to make it happen. Alright, I am lacking in quartz fiber. There we go. Now we take this. Okay. Alright, nice. There we go. Now, all we gotta do is just get the cabling done for this. This will toss this in to the machine. There we go. That is our storage of the crystal growth chamber set. Now we need to figure out whether we can get a limiter on these imports. So, give me a second while I check the cards. Wrong place. Alright, so we got a few options. We've got the acceleration card, we don't need that. We've got the redstone card. We've got the inverter card. The fuzzy card. Crafting card, capacity card. Memory card, and biometric card. We don't need those. Alright. So, out of the cards that could be done, we're not going to be using crafting card. We shouldn't need that, as far as I'm aware. Export bus, interface, and level meter. Fuzzy card. We're going to try and make a fuzzy card. And then we will follow up with another card. So we're going to get a... Make a fuzzy card here. We are going to make an inverter card, just in case. So, let's see. Redstone. One of those. Toss that to the side. Let's get a stick. Bop. There we go. Now if we take this and this, there we go. We got an inverter card. Now, let's see. What do we got? We've got a bunch of trash items that we don't need. Got a few heads that we are probably going to ditch. So I will grab those, ditch all these. Okay, let's get these heads ready for the slaughter. Limano is not... No, we're going to go for here. Limanos, and there should have been another head. Ah, bingo. Sloth monster. There we go. That is another 2 heads added to the roster of heads that we've got. Okay, let's see. How's leaves looking? They're slowly rolling down. But I do believe that we are still going to have a bunch of leaves that we are going to need to deal with. Petrified seems to be one of those that isn't emptying. But we'll leave those in, for now. We're kind of focused on other things right now, so there you go. Okay, so it's either gotta be the fuzzy card or the inverter card. Either way, we need to determine which one's which. So what does the fuzzy card do? Fuzzy comparison. Ah, I see. Okay, so the fuzzy card will help us organize those items that we want to trash regardless. The inverter requires the fluid storage, formation, gas storage, or storage cells. Ah, I see. Inverter is not for this. Okay. But the fuzzy card will basically cover most objects, I do believe so. If we get 2 more trash bins, we can probably filter out boots and fishing rods of a normal variety, I would assume. We'll see. Okay, so... what about... I guess the redstone card is my only other options, I think. Make one of those. Here we go. A redstone card. That's the only other thing I can think of that might help here. Because I guess it makes sense. Let's see. Always active. Active without signal. Active with signal. Active once per pulse. Okay, so that basically takes a redstone conduit to it. I mean, if I can get the, if I can trigger a detection when a certain inventory reaches a certain extent, then we're good. Export bus. For now, let's get the trash bin, because we're running out of inventory, so give me a second. Let's get a... get 2 trash cans. I guess 1. We should only need 1 for this. There we go. We are going to need a... Well, we already got the export, so we don't really need to worry about that. So I'll put this here. I will get the export. I'm going to put in the fuzzy card. Match any, I guess, will be fine. And let's see, we need to specify boots, I guess. Anything that is boots is going to go in, basically. And if we can expand the inventory, we should be fine. So if we toss into boots... Okay, we want to go by number of items. We want to sort it by this way. And maybe if we get some store or capacity cards, we need specifically capacities. So gonna need 2 of these. Okay, we are going to get the... Alright, I guess I'll take a fishing rod and I'll take a bow. This might help us here. Okay, fishing rod. Well, first, let's put into capacities. Now, will this get rid of them? Oh, it is getting rid of the enchanted stuff. Good. Well, it's getting rid of the quote-unquote stuff that we don't need. I will get rid of the arms, legs, torsos, and heads as well. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. That should get rid of them, I do believe. I think this is our way of using... Yeah, the fuzzy card should get rid of most of those things, I do believe. I think. Yep, there we go. Getting rid of all the arm types. And it should get rid of the legs and chests and heads soon enough, I'm sure. Given enough time, of course. Oh, wait, they're deleting... Oh, they're deleting the, those as well. Well, that's fine. I don't really need them anyways. I was planning on getting rid of the arm stuff anyways, so bugger it. Let them get rid of it all. It'll give us some extra space to work with on this entire row, so there you go. Really, I only wanted to get rid of the legendary stuff, but yeah, it's fine. Okay. Where was I? Ah, yeah, sorting this out. Okay, so redstone cards could work, but we'd need to set a variable, essentially. But even then, I think we'd want to do something specific here. What can we do here? If we get a crafting card, maybe we could do something with that. We will need to make some basic cars, that's fine. We've made a bunch already of many stuff. Okay, crafting table, crafting card, here we go. Let's see if the crafting card will do us any favors. Alright, so we don't want it in the export, but we do want it in the import here. Use stocked items or craft items while exporting. Do not use stocked items, only craft items while exporting. Yeah, that's not going to help. Okay, I think the only saving grace we have is the redstone card here. Because at the very least, what we can do there is put it to a signal, I guess. But even then, we'd need to limit it, or somehow limit it anyways. Is there anything that has redstone for applied? Here we go, a P2P tunnel of redstone. There's also other P2P tunnels as well. Not that we need them. But let's see, what can we do here? Alright. I mean, I could make some wireless boosters to start with, because I do need to upgrade my system range here, I think. To start. Yeah, let's see about getting some wireless boosters here, actually, because I kind of need those. The only thing we are currently lacking is ender dust, and to do that, we need the mechanical squeezer. We'll take one of these here. That should be enough. Put that there. And from the mechanical squeezer, we are going to need some ender pearls. Let's just get a stack of 64. That should be fine for now. Toss those in there. That'll allow us to compress all this into ender dust, which will allow us to get a ton of booster cards, which will help us open up our inventory with significant ease. And at the very least, if I put them into the network, we should be good to go for the most part. For boosting, anyways, our network. Just gotta wait for all of them. Thankfully, it's a quick process with this squeezer. Otherwise, I'd be in trouble. There we go. Bunch of ender dust. Now, with that out of the way, let's try one set of wireless boosters first before we jump into more, because that'll dictate how far this range goes. Let's see. Okay, it uses more power, but you get more range, so more is better, it seems. Currently, I seem to lack Fluid's Crystal, which makes sense, to be fair. How do we go infinite here? Well, I mean, as long as I have an infinite of each item, then I should be good, shouldn't I? So I basically need to set up the network on the topmost row here, I think. And then I should be good. Okay, in that case, I'm going to have to set things up, so... Give me a second. We've already got the charcoal set up. We are going to need some for silicon. We're going to need some for crushed quartz. So we'll start with the first two, which is crushed quartz and silicon. Okay. Silicon goes up here. Crushed quartz goes here. We are going to get a storage bus here and place them justly. Alright, there we go. Alright, that is the silicon and crushed quartz. That is basically good to go. Alright, what else can we make? We've already got plenty of charcoal that can be made via that system, but we need to set it up again. But that is not a concern as of right now. How is our power looking? That is also a good question. Our power is thankfully still holding in, and the middle barrier is still working full time. So we got that going for us. Okay. We are going to need the 3 types of processors on a top row, I guess. So what we'll do is we will place the 3 barrels here. Let's see, let's get the applied section open. We're going to get logic processors, we're going to get engineering processors, and calculation processors. Okay. Middle is this. We want the left of here, and engineering's here. There we go. We are going to need more storage buses, apparently. Okay, let's get some more storage buses, because it's clear we need more. Okay, we've got the bus. Let's see, fluid bus. Nope, ME storage bus is fine. We are missing out on the formation cores and destruction cores. Take those for now. We'll put them away in here for now, because we are going to need them. Alright. Formation cores. Let's make 16 to start with. And let's make 16 of these. 16, there we go. Alright, 16 ME interfaces. I need now 32 pistons. So we just need to spam this real quick. There we go. Now, 60 pistons. 16 storage buses. Perfect. Now, let's get the applied energistic stuff out. We are also going to need the circuit types here. We're also going to want the printed silicon, I suppose, as well. Alright, anyways. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the calculation processors over here, I think. Right? Because this one was diamond, yep. So this is that. Logic in the middle and engineering in the right. And then we can cable it up so we can connect all 3 into the system. Before we do that, though, we are going to get some more chests here. There we go. Because I do, at the very least, want to have excess printed storage circuits. So we're going to put that circuit there. We're going to put this circuit here. This calculation circuit's going to go there. All three are going to be wired in. There we go. We will get the cable now. Okay. I'm going to cancel that storage bus situation there. That's fine. Okay, let's see. We are going to need one for printed silicon. We already have one for the Fluix crystal. We've also got one for the Fluix dust, so we don't need to worry about that. So we will get a wooden crate. Maybe not there, but we'll get one here. That covers the printed silicon. This is already in. Oh, hold on. Okay, put the silicon back. There we go. We're going to need one for pure nether quartz as well as the nether quartz seeds. So for now, let's just put in the printed silicon here. Alright, put that in. There we go. Oh, hold on. Didn't even put the connecting cable on. Okay, from there we get two more, which is going to be housing the... Well, I guess once we make the seeds, then it's just going to turn into its counterpart, so no need for the... I guess we don't need the seeds itself. We just need the finished product, if you will. There we go. I think that covers most of our problems now. At least with, as far as I'm aware anyways. We are going to need more for the wireless boosters, but that's fine. Yeah, we don't need the infinity booster card. We need the wireless one. Here we go. Right here. Alright, we are only lacking Fluix crystal, which we can easily make over here. Now let's see. Charcoal we've got infinite of, or we can pair infinite of. Redstone, we do not have a storage for that, nor redstone blocks actually, for that matter. So I should probably address that as soon as I possibly can. Wireless redstone emitter. Wireless storage reader. Huh. Wireless router. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't explored yet, so who knows. Maybe I could figure out a solution to this problem in due time. For now, it's just going to have to stay as infinite, unless, of course, I use a... Unless, of course, I start using, like, machinery to pause the entire signal for everything. And make it, like, an on-off switch. Which I can respect, but... yeah, I could do better. But, whatever. It's fine. For now, let's see about getting some more... You know what? There is something I did want to do here, if I place these down like so, and I'm to get redstone real quick. I want to get redstone and redstone bricks here. I want to put them in here. And have them at the ready. Because those will certainly be needed come the future. This is currently empty. Should be something. Probably like another version of head, I would imagine. Okay, let's see. I guess I'm getting rid of the, Yeah, let's get rid of the torsos now. Or try to, anyways. Yeah, torsos were another thing that I wanted to get rid of. There we go. Torsos are probably going to go in now, at this rate. Let's see. We are running on fumes for the leaves. Well, they'll eventually delete themselves in due time. Alright, well, as far as I'm aware, Acacia has not been deleted. What else has not been deleted? Well, no, Acacia and Dark Oak should be things that are going to be deleted in due time. It's just going to take a while, more than anything. Oh, God. So much to do. But at least we're reaching the point where we're basically clearing out the drives of most trash, I believe. So we're doing well, in some capacity. We should probably get rid of swords as well, that we come across. It's not like we're going to be using iron swords anytime soon, so better to ditch them when we can. Now, is there anything excess left over in the systems? We've got some Fluix crystals here. We'll take those, because we can use them to expand our card distance, which is exactly what we need right now. Okay. Alright, so 32. Bit of an excessive number, but we've managed to get a 197 range. But it costs a lot of energy. I appreciate the thought, but I'm not interested, Corlex. I'm just doing my own thing, my guy. If you like the content, follow, but if not, you can do you. I'm just doing my own thing. Okay, let's see. Everything seems to be in order. Alright. Well, with that, I think I've connected everything in order. Everything's doing fine and dandy. I would like to connect these, but I don't think I'll be able to handle it. At the very least, I know... God. You know what? Let's put it to the side for now, because it's clear I won't be able to touch upon that just yet. So instead, I'll focus my efforts elsewhere until I am ready to figure out a solution for that. So what I'll do is I'll probably go online, look for a way to apply the benefits of Applied Energistics 2, and make it so I don't have to make an infinite of a resource in that regard. I do have excess storage for it, but I'm not confident my resources will be able to keep up, and even then I'd have to auto-craft everything, which is another set of resources I'd have to basically go through and sort and all that jazz. But I digress. I mean, we do have a surplus of resins and all that, so it's not like we are lacking, to say the least. In fact, I should probably also deal with that osmium problem there, because I didn't realize that was not with a trash compact. Neither these, actually. for that matter. Completely forgot that there's some things that I didn't specify, did I? Okay, nether quartz, we're probably going to want, this is going infinite, so that's fine. We're going to put one on these, because sugarcane is not infinite. Well, sugarcane is basically going to go infinite. Now, let's see, what else can I do? We are going to need to go with... Well, I guess we're going to need more trash compactors, obviously. Well, not trash specifically, but, yeah, overflows. We just need more of these. Get 16 of those. Then we can just get a bunch of 16 here. We are going to get the sugar as a dip. Honestly, I think we can make do with a pumpkin farm. Or rather, we just need seeds, so that way we can increase the potency of our... Yeah, if we can get some more farms, we could actually increase the potency of the bioreactor. And I think pumpkins and melon seeds do fall under that category. There are also other things like beetroot, I believe. But let's check just to be sure. Alright, so bioreactors. Here we go. We can either go with seeds, pumpkin seeds, melon seeds, beetroot seeds. Netherwort was one farm I was looking to make, so I could go with netherwort because that only requires one item. Melons are also equally useful because we can just convert the melons into melon seeds as well. The same for pumpkins. We can just turn those into pumpkin seeds. So if we do it right, we should be able to make the farm completely automatic, and we shouldn't need to worry too much about what we're doing. We just have to make sure there's plenty of grass for the harvest, I do believe. And we're going to need a block breaker as opposed to what I've got currently. So... really, we only need 4. So we need to choose 4 crops that we're going to be growing that will go infinite. I think we're going to go with the... Let's go with wheat for 1. We're going to go for netherwort for the 2nd. Beetroot, while I do like it, it's not versatile enough to consider. But it is useful in certain circumstances. For now, though, I think seeds are the best way to go, so we're going to get some normal crops going. We are also going to follow up with netherwort, I think. Netherwort doesn't really take much to grow. It just needs soul sand as opposed to normal, growing. And we can actually quite literally duplicate the design that we've got here instead. It'll save us some time and effort as a result. But yeah, otherwise it's got a working area compared to there. There we go. So as long as we duplicate this design, we're basically golden. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some... Let's get some netherrack. Well, maybe not netherrack, but soul sand, rather. So we will need to go into the nether here. At least temporarily, just so we get it. And we're just going to quickly harvest some netherrack here. Shouldn't take too long. It's just as easy as doing that. And that should get us... Yep, there we go. It was easy as just doing that. Done. We're back here. We got a ton of soul sand just immediately. And let's set it up. Alright, soul sand. We are going to go with the same design here. The only difference is that we shouldn't need a farm here, I do believe. So it should be... Yep, a 9x9 farm. Now, let's hope that this works out. go. Okay, and that is the farm sorted. Now let's hope we can actually grow netherwort here. Okay, we take all the netherwort that we've gotten from the nether thus far. And the reason I'm building it first is strictly due to the fact of where it needs to be positioned. Okay. We're gonna quickly get these. Alright, there we go. Now we are gonna need some more oak wood, so we'll quickly grab those. I'll toss in the soul sand for now, because we've got a lot of it. 42k, though. That's an insane amount of wood. Okay, take this out. Oh, I've ran out of durability in my tool. That would make sense on why I'm not using much. Okay, let's cancel this. Let's get some repairs going. Okay, there we go. Fully repaired tool. Okay, take you out. Quickly just go via the gap here. There we go. Alright, that's another gap there. Oh, ran out of that log, but that's fine. We've got plenty more where that came from. Done and done. Okay. We're gonna put a log there, a log here. We'll get 3 glowstone set up like so. So I guess we're going to need to go back. We're going to need to get some glowstone, and then we should be fine. Okay, we'll get a stack of this. 47 should be enough. Perfect. Okay, we just need one in the middle here. One on the corner. So here. Corner. There we go, and here. Okay, we don't necessarily need to light this place as much, but we will just get the light in just in case. You never know. Okay, it seems like we want one here then. As for the growing process, I'm probably going to need to follow the same rules as here. I will lose out on 1 less netherwort, but considering the fact that it's only going to help me if I do this, it's fine. Worst case, we can just use lava, and that is perfectly fine with me. Okay. Do this. Honestly, this really looks ugly, so I might change the design a little bit, but the barrier that I currently have is still going to need to stay. Otherwise, it's going to just not work. But anyways. Okay, place that there. Okay, there we go. I guess we follow the same practice here, so we just break these and we should be good. Break 2 glowstone, or put 2 glowstone in here, and then we should be fine. There we go, and 1 here. Alright, now, if we go 2 layers down, we can set up a grass, or a, we can set up a layer designed for that. We are also going to need a diamond tool to hoe the ground. So, let's see. We're going to need to make a new one, so that's fine. We'll just do this. There we go. We are going to need dirt, so we'll just get a stack of 64, and I believe it was 16 for a full plot of land. Excluding, of course, the middle. Now, let's see. We want to go 2 blocks down, so there you go. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Now, if we break through here, this will make things go easier for us. Oh, there we go. Now, whether these grow faster or not because of a sprinkler and an apiary, I have no idea, but we are going to be making 2 apiaries, we're going to be making 2 sprinklers, and we'll go from there. Okay. 2 apiaries. We're going to need 2 sprinklers. Here we go. We are missing the bone blocks. 6 bone blocks, and then we need water. Huh. Apparently, buckets can hold more. Or, there's certain buckets we can make that can hold more. Let's see. We can make that. We can make an ender bucket. Which I don't exactly want to be doing. Let's see. Let's see. A bucket of fried chicken. Nice. Alright, we don't need that. Don't need that. Oh, here we go. We can make a silver bucket, which holds 3. We can make a bronze bucket, which holds 4. Steel holds 6. If we had the other types of buckets, we could get a Manolin bucket for 16. For now, let's get a steel bucket. We have the capacity for that, so why not? It'll allow us to store 6 buckets of water. Okay. There we go. 6 buckets full of for the steel water. Or, God, that was a brain fart and a half. Jeez. Alright, anyways, we got a sprinkler. We've got technically 6 buckets of water. There we go. Now we've got the sprinkler set up. Well, we just need the water, and then we can make it happen. So I guess we need the... Let's get the bucket. Oh, it's right here. Just couldn't see it. Alright, well, we're gonna need some slabs then. Let's go with, I guess oak slabs are honestly the best in this circumstance. So, let's see. Actually, no, we don't even need a slab if we use a ender hopper here. So that was going to be the go-to, I guess. How about for here? What was... glowstone was the indicator here. Well, that's fine. Okay, we put a slab here temporarily, so we can put some glowstone here. Break that, so that way we can get ready with the ender hopper, which we are going to need 2 of, as well as 2 chests. So we'll take 2 chests. We are going to need ender hoppers, so we need to go into our search bar here. Alright, here we go. We are missing out on 2 normal hoppers. And we are missing out on unstable ender pearls, which require withered dust, which can easily be made using wither skulls or something else. Okay, I guess we're going to Nether yet again to get some wither skulls or wither dust. Either would be viable here. Alright, off we go. Alright, let's see what we can find. Hello. Okay, nothing there. Honestly, I wish I had night vision. That might actually help. Hold on. If we can get the traveler goggles of night vision, that might actually help. We need a golden carrot, potion of night vision, and flint and steel, but if we go with that, we can get the helmet accessory that allows night vision. There's also the charm of night vision, which is viable. There's the vision helmet, which I do not think I can make. Unless I can make crystallized amber, which I don't want to. Night vision goggles. I guess I can make those. Those will have to do. And you know what? I think that's just a worthwhile investment here, so I'm gonna go for it. Okay. Let's see, where were they? Here they are. I can also make a compressed version, if need be. Alright, no. For now, let's see. We need green tainted stained glass, so... I need cactus dye, so I need cactus. Okay, so I'm gonna need to grow another cactus. Lovely. Hey there. Okay, you're not gonna be responsive because you've been knocked over there. Okay. Okay. Cactus requires 8 vines. Lovely. That's gonna be annoying. I really don't want to do that. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, how are we gonna get green dye? We can get it from cactus, obviously. We can use yellow and blue to get green dye if we use the water. So yeah, if we get yellow bottles and blue bottles, which we can easily get from dandelions and lapis. Okay, so we're gonna get some lapis. Let's get some... Let's get dandelion by using some bone meal, I guess. My god. There we go. Just what we need. Let's get rid of, I don't know, put some stuff away. Put you away, put the inverter cards away. There we go. Can't convert you that way, but I can use a barrel like this to get some bottles. So if I get a set of bottles here, and toss in the yellow. Get these, there we go. Toss in the blue dye. Alright, there we go. Alright, yellow and blue dye. We're gonna make 4 green dye. That'll save us some trouble of actually having to go through that gruesome test. Alright, we can make the green stained glass. Then, we can go about making these night vision goggles by doing this. And bada bing, bada boom. Night vision goggles have been set up. And we could make a compressed version, but I shouldn't need that as far as I'm aware. There we go. Night vision has been achieved. Now we should be able to see in the nether a lot better. There we go. That's arguably going to be 100 times better, I feel. Mind you, we are less defense, thanks to that. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, move that there. Ow. Let us quickly get the minerals. Okay, there we go. Now for you. Alright, perfect. Ow. Let's ditch the bone meal here. Grab you. Take you out. There we go. And what else do we not need? I guess we'll get rid of that. We don't need the storage cable because that's absolutely useless to us. We've got the wither dust and we've got the wither skeleton skull, which is exactly what we needed, so we can get the heck out of here. Alright, off we go back. Man, tedious. Alright, we'll take this off, put this on, there we go. Alright, where was I? I was using the wither skeleton skulls to make something, wasn't I? God, I've forgotten. Oh, right. I was going to make the... Yeah, I was going to turn these into wither dust because I needed that to make the... ender hoppers. There we go. Take these. Alright, we make these. Alright, so we need 1, 2... There we go. 2 ender hoppers. Lovely. We needed 1 on the bottom here, so... we are going to get a... I guess we'll get wood here. Alright, we get a chest positioned right over here. There we go. Okay, that gets that, and now we can place in the water here. There we go. Not that we really need it, but still needed for the setup here. Okay, we then get the... where is it? We get the sprinkler, and then we get the apiary here. Alright, sprinkler, apiary. Now we take half the bees here. Alright, we toss them in there. There we go. Now, we get the water here. Let's quickly just do this. Just quickly plow through here. Shouldn't be too hard. Go. And there we are. Nice. With that out of the way, we can now get the seeds that we need. So if we go in here, we are lacking the actual seeds that we do need, so I will quickly just use this. Okay, we got lettuce, which is not what we want. So let's get some more bone meal. There we go. Perfect. Anything excess we'll leave alone. As long as we have the seed that we need, we can just multiply it, and we should be good. Okay. Speaking of increasing the capacity there, we should probably do this just so we have that. There we go. In fact, let's take this seed. We're going to put it here. So that way we can put in the sprinkler on the side. We can then put in the apiary on top. Then we can get half the bees here. Put them in here. There we go. Then we simply just put the chest on top. There we go. Now if we get a ender hopper here, put that on top, there we go. Let's get the sprinkler. Actually, we do not have the watering can available to us, because it's probably in one of the chests that we don't have access to. Lovely. Oh well, that's fine. We will just simply go for the... Let's just quickly clear all this. Okay. Okay, we are gonna get rid of carrot seeds. We don't... Yeah, we're gonna need those. Don't need potato seeds. Lettuce seeds, we shouldn't need, but we're gonna keep anyways. Because I know for a fact we're probably gonna be using them somewhere. Let's see. Let's get these normal seeds in. Okay, we'll let those just mass produce and we should be fine. And in fact, we could probably even go as far as to filter in the honeycombs as well. Because I believe honeycomb can be used for something. So let's see. What can honeycomb be used for? It can be used to make beeswax. You can make it to use, or you can use it to make honey. Or you can make it into potions of, or elixirs of regeneration if you use horsetail and marshmallow root. Which I don't know how I'm going to get, but I can easily make elixirs of regeneration with Kohosh, which I have no idea how to get. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay, 2 there. And we'll just let that grow while we focus on getting the mechanisms set up, basically. And I guess in the meantime, what I can do here is gather all this. And quickly just place these all around. and get these harvested. Or get them ready for harvest, I should say. But thankfully, it seems due to the sprinkler and / or the apiary, it's already growing like crazy, so I was right to do what I did. In some capacity, anyways. Okay, as for what we got here, nice juicy amount of nether warts. This is going to be really good for us. There we go. Toss the rest in here for now, because we don't need more than that. Not until we've gotten the harvest thing sorted out, and, you know, everything's set up. Can't use wheat itself to make seeds, which kind of sucks, but that is kind of why I'm making the pumpkins and whatnot. But for now, I'm going to take a small 5-minute break, I think. When we return, we are going to probably do the same thing that we did with this farm. Automate it, make sure we've got the seeds running at full capacity. What we'll probably do is, or what I'll probably do is I'll just start planting these like crazy and getting those to their, basically just getting the crops ready, and we shall probably set up the plant interactor. And on... I guess, you know what? On the road, we could actually put in the pumpkins and the melon seeds as well. So that way we actually have more going on in this this pathway. So yeah, what I'll probably do is set that up, set this up, and I'll probably wrap it up from there. But I digress. I'll take 5 minutes, and I will see you guys in a bit. Take care. Okay, I am now back. Let's get back into things. Now, if I do recall correctly, we have to set that up, so we are going to need this working. I'll leave those for now. What we're going to do is we're going to make a plant interactor, because we kind of need that machine for it. So we are going to make a plant interactor for this occasion. So let's go into here. Here we go, plant interactor. We are going to need 3 iron hose. 3, there we go. We are going to need 2 gold gears. There we go. And we're going to need 1 machine case. Pop. There we go. Plant interactor has been made. Now, if I'm correct, we just need to face it the same direction here. And we need to get our hands on a orange range add-on. So, let's go over here. Range add-on of tier 5. We need more copper. Currently we have copper ore, but it is not refined in any capacity, or any way, for that matter. I guess I'll toss the stack in here for now. And we will pick up the iron blocks for future use, I would imagine. There we go. We've basically got the building down, so we don't need more wood, I do believe. We can store that, store these. Don't need these, we don't need the lettuce. Okay, we should be fine. Now copper. 14 blocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There we go. Those are all the copper blocks that we need. Well, an excessive amount, if I must dare say. But it should be enough for what we're trying to do here. Here we go, 7 blocks, and now for the rest. Done. Okay, let's take the copper here, convert it back to its original form, put it away for now, so that way we can make this. A singular range upgrade of tier 5. By doing so, we can get this to show a working area similar to this. We've got another working area from this plant interactor that works here, mainly. But effectively, it's going to work on these crops, it's going to harvest them, and any excess that we miss is going to be picked up by the ender hoppers. Or at least that is the intent. So, now we've got that set up, we are going to need some cable, and we should be able to set things up. Alright, so we are going to take the energy cable from here. We've already got some blue covered cable, but we're going to be using the gray version stuff, because I do believe that's a little bit better for these sorts of machines. So from here, I mean, I guess I could just do... Let's change the design a little bit. Okay, we're going to cut this, so that way we can put this on the side instead. Okay, there we go. Done and done. Okay, with that out of the way, we will put the slabs back in their original places. Here we go. Then we will get the other cable here. And I do believe if we just go like this... Oh, maybe not that specifically. There we go. Alright, there we go. And we just got to extend this to here, I do believe. Alright, that's connected. We want an export, I believe, of this. But for now, we're going to hold off, because I want to focus on getting this one now. Which is just going to be a cable linked over to here. And there we go. That is the netherwart stuff sorted. Alright, we just need the import bus. No specifications should be needed for this, as it slowly sucks up netherwart. And for this, it's basically the same. I shouldn't need to specify. Now, it's not harvesting the netherwart as I had hoped, which does suck. It does mean that I'm going to have to rely on beetroot instead of netherwart in this case. So I'm going to pause the machine temporarily for now, for this occasion. And let's see. Yeah, so I won't be able to use netherwart as the saving grace here. But I can swap to another thing, if need be. So I'm probably going to do that. So let's quickly just break this. I'll just break all this, because now we've got a ton of netherwart that we can reliably use in the future. So even if this didn't work out in our favor, we can easily just remold this to something better. There we go. Now we just need to set up a different type of farm. So I think in our case, the best course of action for us is going to be... I think a beetroot farm is honestly the best choice here then, if we can't get netherwart to work. So yeah, we're going to go netherwart, I think. Well, no, beetroot rather, because that is the next best thing. Much like the wheat, though, we have to keep in mind that we won't be able to use it as... Yeah, we won't be able to use it, per se. Or the keyword, the beetroots, I should say. But that's fine. I half expected that we weren't going to be able to use the beetroots anyways, if we were to grow with it, so... Whatever. We're going to take the beetroot seeds, we're going to get a... stack and 16 of dirt. There we go. Let's put the Fernium essence away. We don't need the wood, don't need glowstone. Put that away. This. That should be enough. Okay. Oh, right, I should probably put the quartz fiber and that away. Put those away. Alright. Get the beetroot growing. Got some work to do. Okay. There we go. Now, let's clear this out. And boom. Alright, everything there is set up now. All we gotta do now is just till the land. And we should be good. There we go. Almost there. Alright, with that out of the way, we can now set up the beetroot. We'll let that grow at its own leisure. And I do believe at this point we can import the items. But before we do set up on that, we are going to need to finish up not only getting this organized, but getting ready for... Well, obviously we need the beetroots set up, so that's a given there. Alright, seeds there, there we go. Okay, so we're basically almost done here. Just need more seeds, basically. Alright. Alright, that's potatoes. Alright, well... God, words. Yeah. So that's that. The beetroot is going to grow nicely, I predict. So we'll leave that alone. Alright. So we are going to need to go back to our den here, and we are going to need to set up the beetroots and the... Yeah, we need to set up the beetroots, and we need to set up the wheat. My God. Having a brain fart there. Yeesh. Alright. Okay, we're gonna get the barrels here, because we kind of need them now. There we go. Okay. We are going to need 6 of these storage buses, or 4 of them, rather. Alright. First, wheat. Okay, so wheat is going to go into here. Okay, that's wheat. How about beetroot? Okay, beetroot is not a listed target, so for now, what we need to do is we need to get this here. There we go. We got a beetroot and a beetroot seed. That's perfect for what we need. Okay, we are also going to need wheat seeds. So we're going to quickly harvest these. I need to at least have 1 seed by the time I'm done here. There we go. I'll leave those to grow for now. Now, if we go here, wheat seeds, we then put beetroot seeds, and then beetroot itself. Okay, now we just link these up with the ME system. There we go. That is the setup there sorted. Oh, whoops. Alright, nice. More seeds are coming through. That is perfect for us. Alright, how about here? Are we done here? No. But we're close. We're close. Okay, there we go. Alright, almost there. How about here? We got some there. We can put the wheat there. Alright, take you out. And that is done. Okay, wheat's done. Now we just gotta wait for the beetroot. Which, honestly, if I could, I'd like a watering can, but I'm likely not gonna be able to find it, so no point in bothering. I'll just focus on growing the farms like this. And you know what? I might as well make another watering can, if I can. It wouldn't happen to be in just the first chest I check, no. Probably not. Would be hilarious if that were the case, but I doubt my luck. Oh, we could use those energy extraction cables. Those are always nice. We could use these energized processors as well as these logic ones. Got plenty of seeds in here that we could use, but we don't have currently. What else we got? Nothing really too serious. Ooh, we could use those. The Fluix Crystal. Let's see. We could probably start ditching titanium spines if need be. Probably don't need to, but whatever. Well, it was worth a check. I don't think I'm going to find it, though. Alright, well, I'll put those there. Oh, no network power. Oh, we have run out of network power. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Okay. We are running on fumes now. Again. I mean, that is a good thing. That means we are getting to the point where I was right that we needed more power. So, us doing this was actually the smartest play we could have done. Of course, though, I'm going to need to get more processed. But I digress. Until I get enough seeds here, we won't be able to do much. But I do believe I can go about making some more biofuel generators at this point. I think we've reached a certain level where we can make that happen. So yeah, we're going to make some more biofuel gens. We're going to... enough to make another basic energy cube worth. So we're going to need 9 biofuel gens. Okay. Alright, bio... Okay, how much does it cost? We don't have enough there. We can make the furnaces, though. We need 9 furnaces. We need 9 machine cases. 9 shake cases. There we go. We're going to need 27 pistons. There we go. 27 pistons. And we've got 10 biofuel generators, because I already had one. Oh well. That just means we place all these. Like so. Oh, whoops. Take this out. And we're going to get this one over to here. Alright. Let's get this basic energy cube in. Okay, inputs on all sides. It's a good thing I brought in cable, because I do have a use for this energy extraction cable now. Okay, there we go. That is sorted out. Now, if we get the... Okay, let's put this here, put that there, put... We need to get some more blue cable. No network power, oh dear. We need these fluid cables. Alright. There we go. Alright, there we go. That is going to store in, and that's going to make some serious power. We are going to need some red cable now. Ah, dang. Yeah, it's literally running on fumes. Oh boy. Take this out immediately. There we go. Now, if I'm correct... Okay, this should be enough. Okay, this should power it back to its full consent. And it'll ease the burden on the machine, I believe. Here we go. It's not perfect, but it'll have to do. This is exactly the reason why I needed more dense energy cells, because I knew this was going to be a problem. However, that said, we have just enough to probably get even more set up, so... Honestly, we could increase the efficiency of these, and we should be good. Alright, so for this, we should be fine. We are going to need, obviously, more, but... We're going to need 8 more biofuel gens, I do believe. So we should make those while we can. Okay, so... 8 more of the furnaces. 8 more of these. We have ran out of iron. We should be able to make more, I do believe, if we push our luck. Okay, we need iron amber here. Okay, that's a lot of iron amber. This should be enough for what we're trying to do. Okay, we got 2 ingots worth of copper. We can easily smelt those out. There we go. I'll get the steel as well. Because why not? Okay, we've also got osmium here. We might as well do that. Okay, we are going to need... I guess I can get the ferroboron out as well. No harm in doing so, right? Okay, it seems I'm making a... Oh, I'm making extra steel. Why not, I guess. Alright, more ferroboron. And I guess, well, I have to... Well, while that's processing, I guess. Okay. Let's get this done. We needed the iron anyways, which was the core focus of why I even did this. There we go. Alright. We are going to need to dip the blood away, though, I do believe. So we're going to see if we can't make that a reality at some point. I could probably filter out blood as well, yeah. But anyways. Alright, plenty of iron to work with. I can work with this. Done and done. Hello, gravestone. I will be done quite shortly. Alright. We will just pour this last bit off, and we should be good. There we go. All of this in. Alright. Ton of blocks of iron. That's going to be useful for later, so we'll store those away for now. As well as the excess ingots. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. Mobs like to spawn in the furnace. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because there's a lighting area in there that I can't actually access. It's annoying. I can't really do much about it. Not unless I make the furnace smaller, which... I mean, it's universal. I can always just automatically drain the blood out. But for now, I need to make 8 more of those biofuel generators. I have yet to make a iron golem farm, so no. What I am getting it from is trees. It would be hilarious to do, though. I can't deny. Or at least interesting, I should say. Alright, so machine. Okay, so we got 1, so we need 7 more. Of machine cases, rather. 7, there we go. Now we need pistons. 24 specifically. 24, there we go. And the rest is there. Done. Now, if we just place these, like so, we need 1 more basic energy cube to act as a power unit. And we should be good. So we need a... Okay, so basic energy cube. Okay, we got a basic energy cube here. We've got everything except for the energy tablets and steel casing. Steel casing is easy enough. We got the steel for it. Now we just need the energy tablets, which we've got the materials for both. There we go. Indeed. We'll make the energy cube here. Alright, we will place it there. Output is already set perfectly. We are going to need extractions for all. We've got 5 more cables, so thankfully that is a good thing. There we go. We'll make an extraction here as well. And then we just cable up to here. Put back the cable that we don't need. We've got the fluid cable at the standby and ready. And all we gotta do for that is just do this. And that'll just slowly fill up with whatever it can. There we go. Yeah, because we got a lot of excess in the fluid pipes. Despite what it looks like, it's got a lot in there. Yeah, it's carrying like thousands, if anything. But I digress. We've managed to get that done. Now we just need to do the final finishing touches on the farm over here, and then I will have to wrap it up, unfortunately. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. Alright, so beetroots still aren't done, but we can actually feasibly use them at this point. So we're just going to quickly harvest them. We are going to toss these in. There we go, and that should be good. At this point, I think we are safe to turn on the machine. We aren't done, per se, but for the most part, we are ready to go. So we need only just add the importers, and we're good. So we just put an importer here. That's going to suck up everything that we can here. Realistically, we are going to need... Well, I think we should be fine as is, really. Now, we just need to put in a import here. There we go. That'll suck up any excess there. And the same for the upper part here. And there we go. We now have a beetroot and a wheat farm. Now, the whole reason for this was to increase the power capacity anyways. So we've upgraded our form of power to a certain degree. And we need only make another extension here to get even more power. So we're slowly branching out and making even more power for ourselves. So this is actually really good. But I think it's time I wrap it up. So we've done a lot this stream, I'd like to say. We've managed to reconnect a lot of lost materials that we haven't, sorted yet. We've figured out a way to roughly deal with parts that we no longer need, whether that be enchanted or no. And overall, we're doing pretty good. I mean, hell, we even upgraded our farms to house 5 energy cubes instead of 3. I'm not sure how well these are going to manage, but so far it seems I'm using 4 out of the 5 that were prepared. At least I think we are using 4 out of the 5. I'm not sure. At the very least, we are having enough power at this point in time. For next stream, what's probably going to be happening is we are probably going to be introducing... I don't know. What we'll probably do is... Hold on. Let me actually do this real quick before we go. Void... Here we go. But yeah, no, what we'll probably do is we will introduce the... We're going to introduce the seeds that we've been growing into the farm, or into the power supply, so we can increase the efficiency of fuel. What we'll probably do is we'll have 3 or 4 bioreactors working at a time, and we'll get enough biogenerators working to make that, you know, functional. But I digress. We're going to get a lot of supply from this, and we're just going to power the entire thing as a result, and we'll go from there. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.